Hello beautiful people of the world, welcome to my channel. My name is Shea and today's video is a Cricut video. So a beginner Q&A, these are questions that I see asked every day on all of the Cricut groups that I'm in, and I wanted to address it in here because I feel like it's kind of repeated questions that are being asked. If you are a beginner, these might be questions you have, so let's get right into it. Question number one. I don't want to pay for the design software. How do I do it? Do I have to pay for it? The short answer, no. I have never paid for it. I don't actually even know anyone that pays for it. Essentially what it is, you are paying for it. It's like this membership access, and essentially you can think of it as like Netflix for Cricut fonts and SVGs, but you can download them for free, which we'll get into the next question here. So no, you do not need to pay for the software. You can download Cricut Design Space for free, whether on your laptop, on a smartphone, on your tablet, and you can use the free fonts that they have on Cricut because they have a lot of free fonts on there already. Like literally, I'm sure there's hundreds of them because when I'm scrolling through them, there's a lot. So you do not have to pay for it, and honestly, I suggest you don't pay for it. And maybe if you get more advanced and you really want to start paying for it, then cool, but you really don't have to at the beginning. So don't be intimidated by that. You do not have to pay for the Design Space software. Next question is, where do I get free fonts and free SVGs? So there are a few places that you can do this. Actually, there's probably a lot, but a few ones that I personally like to use that I will leave on the screen right here. So this is where I get my free SVG files from. The SVG files, if you don't know what that is, essentially it is the image or file that your Cricut is going to cut. So that's how your Cricut recognizes it. So it's the same thing as like a JPEG image or a PNG, but it's called an SVG. And this is where you can get some free SVG files to download onto your computer. The next one is free fonts. This is where I get my free fonts from. I just download them off of there. If you are making items to sell for your business, you will need to purchase the SVGs and the fonts unless you're making them yourself. But if it's just for yourself or gifting it to like family and friends, just for personal use, then it's totally fine to use the free versions of the SVGs and the fonts. Another one I wanted to mention, which I've mentioned before, if you are wanting to take a JPEG image, so image of yourself or an image of a picture, I don't know, anything. You take the JPEG image and you convert it to an SVG file to be able to cut it on your Cricut or draw it out on your Cricut. There is a converter tool you can use online, and the one that I personally like to use is right here, picsvg.com. This one works great for me. Again, if you need more in-depth, I can do this in a whole other video, but for the purposes of this video, I just wanted to suggest where to go. It's actually pretty easy. You just literally hit upload from the browser, you upload your JPEG, and it converts it all itself, and then you can kind of tweak it to how you want to on there. So I wanted to bring that up. That was super beginner level, something that I learned very quick on, and I've used for the past 4 years. So I wanted to suggest it to you in case you are looking for free versions and options. The next question is, what is the best way to seal mugs and cups that you're putting permanent vinyl on? So the short answer is you don't have to. You don't actually have to seal them. So as long as you are prepping the surface properly, you are applying the permanent vinyl, and then you're giving it time to really cure to that material. So leave it for about 24 hours to just sit there, and then make sure that that object, that cup or that mug, is being hand washed only. And when I'm selling items, how I make sure that is done is I actually put a little card inside the cup, and on the card it has the care instructions. So do not microwave, do not put dishwasher, hand wash only, and just don't obviously like scrape or scrub where it is. And that is how I'm able to seal it. So you do not need to seal them. The permanent vinyl will hold up and should hold up if it is applied properly, the surface is cleaned properly prior, and if you give it time to really cure onto there. And again, like I said, making sure it's only hand washed, not put in the microwave or the dishwasher. The last question is how to make an SVG image. There's kind of a few ways of doing this, but if you are taking a picture of something, so a JPEG image, and you are wanting to convert that into an SVG or make an SVG out of a picture or some type of writing, you can either use a program like Inkspace, is something that a lot of people use, or you can use a free online conversion tool. And personally what I use is picsvg.com. I find it really easy. I can do a video specifically about this if you need specifically broken down, but essentially what you're going to do is you're going to go on that website, you're going to press upload, and it's going to take you to your computer browser. You're going to choose the picture that you want to upload, and the converter tool converts it to an SVG for you. So you'll see the JPEG, and then it will have the SVG file here, and it'll kind of show you like a preview of it, and then you can tweak it a little bit to how you like. You know, there's different options to tweak it, and then you can download the SVG file if you like it onto your computer, and then you upload it onto Cricut. So it's a little bit of a process, but essentially in a really basic version, that's how you're going to do it, and that would be the best way. So you cannot your Cricut will not be able to just cut out a JPEG image. You can't just upload an image like that to Cricut Design Space. That's not how it works. It has to be in an SVG file kind of form. That is it for my beginner Q&A questions that I see all the time in my beginner Cricut groups, and I get a lot on my videos as well. Thank you so much for watching. Happy crafting. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them down below, and I would be happy to answer them or make a video all about it for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all quite soon. Happy crafting. Bye.